seasons lost. In Austin, I saw, pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, ready from ear to ear. Craving and raving in grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear. Shove it somewhere over there. It's paradise, paradise. We know our purpose. In paradise, in paradise. We know what our worth is. In paradise, in paradise. We manifest dreams. In paradise, in paradise. Truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is the truth. Is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and I am your host now. Again, when we flipped it on a while ago, it was off, so I had to go and switch out cameras. That's the camera that I had from my very first started. So what was that? This is 500 shows that I've done. So, well, not quite that many, but quite a few that I've done. So it did hold up. And so I had to go get a new camera for my other one, and this is the new camera from the old one that I had re-got. So this one works. I'm hoping. Let's just pray that it does, so we can get it all out. But you know what? This just goes to show you. It's like Game 4, Game 6. The Thunder were nowhere to be found. We did not play well at all. Well, as a group. Let's say this as a group. SGA has done quite well. It's so funny is since Game 5, he started 1 for 6. Since then, he's 22 of 33. 22 of 33 since he started 1 for 6 in Game 5. So now he's rolling into where he needs to be. But let's not get twisted. He got 4 fouls early, and the last one was just a frustration foul because I think he got 1 foul that was just not a foul. I mean, he and Jokic are down low. He's got his arm around Jokic. That's not a foul. It's not even causing anything. Were you serious? But once again, that's what happens when you get a foul and you have a dumb foul, which is what his last fourth foul was simply a frustration foul. He believed he had gotten hit. They hadn't called anything. He was getting tired of it, and he latched out, and it cost us. So that was a big part of it. Another big part of it is Dagnall and his unwillingness, except for Game 4, to not play J-Dub. In Game 4, there was a 5-minute difference between him and SGA. Game 1, 2 minutes. Game 2, which was a blowout, so that doesn't count. Game 3 lost 2 minutes. Game 1 lost 2 minutes. Game 3 lost 2 minutes. Game 4 win 5 minutes. Game 6 win or Game 5 win 1 minute. Game 6 loss 3 minutes more. Now, granted, that was because he got pulled out because of foul trouble, but that's irrelevant because what? He was going to play the same amount of time anyways. And in Game 7, this is what counts. As I've said many, many times, and I said on the show last night after the game when we were at Cat's Tavern, number one, you have to take SGA J-Dub out the 5-minute mark of the first and third quarters. If he doesn't do that, we're not going to win. I've said that. You have to take J-Dub out in the second and fourth quarters for sure. When he brings SGA in, you take him out. But what he's done is he's switched out, and now he's switching J-Dub and SGA's places. J-Dub is playing the whole first and third quarter, bringing SGA off to start the second and fourth quarters. We've been struggling. Instead of leaving it the way it is, first, third quarter SGA, second, and fourth quarter J-Dub. Take J-Dub out. If we start struggling, take him out. If he's not doing what he needs to do, take him out. He's not going to do that because he is building J-Dub up for the future. This is a learning experience. I'm with Stephen A. Smith. I wasn't with him before. I'm with him now. I believe that, and yes, Rhino, let me see where you're at. Rhino DJ is messing with me right now. He sent me a text. Bro, I'm trying to do the show, but since you're sending me a text. And playing like total doodle. Yes, he is. J-Dub. But once again, this coach doesn't get it. And like I said, I'm starting with Stephen A. Smith now. I think that Sam Presti wants to stay relevant. I don't think they care if they win or not. I don't. They're going to be like the 16 other franchises who've never won. We went over those the other day. If they don't win, okay, fans are still going to come because you have an NBA city. That's New Orleans. That is the Jazz or Utah Jazz. That's the Pelicans. That's us. That's the Nets. Who's all won? San Antonio. Why? Because they had the right coaches and they made the right moves. The Lakers, right coaches, right moves. Players, yes. We have players. But you don't have a guy who understands. Plus, as I said at the end of Game 4 against Memphis, with 7 seconds left, he put the ball in J-Dub's hands instead of SGA. What's up, Ryan? Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm sorry, Ryan. It came out and came back. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened earlier. I know what happened. My camera's out, so I've got to buy another camera. But, that's been the one that's been sitting here and it's been locked into my system since the very beginning. So we do now have, we have the one that I normally use for remotes that I just got, a month and a half ago. So now I have to go and buy a new camera because this one's gone. But anyway, that being said, as I said a month ago, I said against in Game 4 against the Memphis Grizzlies, with 7 seconds left, we're up 2. You take the ball out of SGA's hands and put in J-Dub. And I said, if you do that again, we're going to get beat. You got lucky. And what did he do? Game 1. Number 1, horrible lineups once again, but we were coming through and we were ahead of them. Number 2, makes a great out of bounds call, gives SGA the ball. SGA dunks it right away instead of taking it out the corner and running some time off the clock. But regardless of that, anyways, he scored. 7 seconds left. Eric Gordon gets the ball. Not Eric Gordon, but Aaron Gordon gets the ball at the free throw line. It's 94 feet, the length of an NBA court, 50 by 94. He gets it at the free throw line. That means he's 79 feet away from the goal. You take off 20 that's 59. You take off another 8, that is 48. Or 49, 48, whatever it is. That's how far he's got to go in 7 seconds with a 2-time all-defensive player guarding him. Everybody else is manned up. He's got to take Alex Caruso from the free throw line all the way down to shoot a 3 in 7 seconds. But instead, your coach not reading the room, not understanding the game, not being instinctual, not understanding how the flow of the game works, not understanding situational basketball, he fouls right away. No time off the clock. And he goes, well, that's analytics. That's what we've done all year. No, we haven't. Here's the rule if you're up 3. You let some time run off the clock, then you foul. When you're behind, he's acting like we're losing and we're winning. When you're losing, you foul right away. When you're winning, you let some time run off the clock, then you foul. Then you let him shoot 2 free throws with less time left. That's what you do. But in that case, I'm not fouling at all. I've got Aaron Gordon with the ball, 7 seconds left. I've got Alex Caruso guarding him. This game's in the bag. But he doesn't know what he's not that guy. Now, on top of that, how many games have we played in? And he goes, oh, we're doing that. No, we haven't. I don't remember any times we fouled with taking no seconds off the clock. Up 3. Down 3, yes. Up 3, no. Don't remember that. Rogelio, what's up? Good afternoon. J-Dub cost us the game last night. And I said last night, I said this, Rogelio, on the show. I said, to me, J-Dub, is he hardened? He was nowhere to be found last year, remember? Now, once again, he's had 1-2 games. But in the playoffs, when it's really counted, he was nowhere to be found against the Mavericks. He's had 1 game. And that was game 3. We had 30. Other than that, he hasn't done anything. It's It's mind-boggling. Somebody sent me this stat, which I'm sitting there going, wait, this can't be right. Uh, Jalen Williams this series, 2 for 13, 3 for 16, 5 for 14, 5 for 20 in 4 of the 6 games. 2 for 13, 3 for 16, 5 for 14, 5 for 20. Is he the new James Harden? I'm not going to put that moniker on him, but last year he was nowhere to be found in the Dallas series, and he's really been nowhere to be found in 4 or 6 games this series. SGA's doing what he's doing because it took him a while to get going. Like I said, I wanted the series to keep going because he's going to get better. Game 3, he couldn't score. He couldn't finish the deal. Game 4, he finished the deal. Game 5, he finished the deal. Game 6, he played great. This is the thing, except for foul trouble, which got us in trouble. We're not going to win. Now, we were up 9, I think, when he got his 4th foul, and then we're surging. Now, they said yesterday, you're looking at the game, and you're like, well, what was going to happen? He's going to stop the run. He's going to stop the run. That's what was going to happen. Let me see. Rogelio says he's playing too reckless and too fast for his own good. He needs to settle in and relax and pick his spots like SGA does. And he doesn't learn from he's not SGA. And it's unsure if he's a Robin. We hoping that he is. During the season he has been. But the question is he the Robin? Or is he the Batgirl? And Chet the Robin? But once again, not trading for Johnson. I said when we did make that trade, that was the difference between us guaranteeing a W for the championship and not. The Thunder chose the long game, not giving up topic and picks to get him. And it's cost us. It's costing us right now. Not to say it will at the end, but it is. Ryan Mardruff. The more these playoffs went on, the more I agree with you on J-Dub and the coaching. Feel for the game isn't there. Just a great developer, unfortunately, for a good team. That's what I've said. His two greatest weaknesses, or his greatest strengths, are developing players and out of bounds plays. Those I've been doing this. What was it, 200 and 300 whatever shows? I forget what the number was. Hold on, I'll pull it up. The number of shows that I've done on Thunder, just alone on After the Storm. Here are the number of games that I've done on After the Storm. So if anybody's going to know what the hell they're talking about, this is what it is. I've done 249 shows. 249 critiques of the Thunder. And I did a couple shows that were, so let's say 245, because I did do preseason show, and we did the show for the draft. And so let's say 245. 245 shows I've critiqued the Oklahoma City Thunder after games. I think I know them better than a lot of people because all these people with all these views and all this stuff, how many of y'all actually watched the Thunder that many times, done critique? This year, yeah, because we're winning and you get likes because y'all know how to do it and I don't. But that's the situation. 245 post-game analysis shows I've done. I know what they are and what they're not. I know what they're doing and what they're not. I know what they're capable of and what they're not. Let me see. Rogelio, I believe he can be a good playmaker than score. When his shot is not going, he should just make more plays for Chet and Ihart. Well, remember he tried to make a play last night and he threw it over Chet's head, and he's not a playmaker, guys. He's a guy who makes plays. We have one playmaker. That's SGA. We have one. One playmaker. And that's it. The rest of them are guys who just make plays. And it's frustrating because you're sitting here watching a coach who's managing minutes, which is what he does. He doesn't understand flow of the game. You have to throw managing minutes out the damn window when it comes to flow of the game. Who's playing great? J-Dub ain't playing? Hey, come sit down. But as I've said many times, sit him for 3 to 4 minutes in the second quarter. Sit him for 3 to 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's it. You did it in game 4. We went being down 2 to up 2 when he came back in and we had a flow and we won the game. But he is unwilling to do this. He is unwilling to take him out in the fourth quarters. He's just not going to do it. He's too busy trying to play him and SGA, and he doesn't get it. The Thunder organization doesn't get it. The coaches are there who don't get it. I don't give a shit what happens in practice. I know a lot of guys who can practice, but when it comes to game time, they ain't nowhere to be found. And I've got a lot of people who, if you played basketball and you were at a high level or if you weren't at a high level, you know guys who were great practice players. They would kill everybody in practice. It comes to game time, can't catch the ball, can't make a layup, can't dunk, can't shoot free throws, can't make wide open threes or wide open jump shots. Nowhere to be found. Can't play defense. But in practice, oh, they're animals. But when the pressure's on and the lights are on, that's when you do what you do or you don't do what you do. It's not rocket science. Let me see. Doesn't he remind me of a young Russ back in the early days playing all wild? I believe that was a big reason why KD left. KD left because of Russ. 100% KD left because of Russ. Because the Thunder organization chose Russell over Kevin Durant. Nobody wanted Russell. Nobody wanted him until after Sam Presti helped him get the MVP by having a triple-double. That's why he won the MVP. Nobody looked at him and said, he's the MVP of the league. No, not one person. Nobody. Except maybe Russell. But I'm not going to put that moniker on him because I think he's a smarter player than Russell is. And Russell has always been all gas, no brakes. I'm not going to say that about J-Dub. J-Dub does have brakes, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to say this. The Nuggets coach understands what is and what isn't. He got beat up by the media about not playing his players. Whatever his name, Swadley, whatever the guy is, last night came out and got 15. Why? Came in, knocked down some threes, got in a groove. We fouled him. He hit a couple free throws, got in a better rhythm. It was over. Swadley. This is what happened. But what did we do? No Joe, no Wiggins, no Kaysen. And Chet is playing, but it's not really like Chet is. He'll make a play here and there, but has he been playing? Is he on the floor? Is he there? J-Dub's had 1 game or 2 games. I just told you what he's been in 4 of the 6 games. But let's face it, this series shouldn't be here. It should be over. Because game 1, like I said, what did he do? Foul too quickly. 7 seconds, whatever 7 seconds, you take the ball, 3 seconds, 4 seconds left. You take the ball out of SGA's hands and put it in Chet's hands, just like you did in game 4, put it in J-Dub's hands. The hell are you doing? Once again, a guy who is doing what the Thunder believe, which is what Stephen A. Smith says. They're building for the future. They're building to be relevant. Here is your best chance to win a chip. No Boston. No Cleveland. You think Minnesota and who else the other one? Minnesota's not, and the Nuggets aren't licking their chops right now? No Boston? No Cleveland? Especially no Boston. You know, Minnesota can't beat Boston. The Nuggets sure can't beat Boston. They know that. That's why when Boston got beat by Miami, what did Denver do? Oh, we got this one. They were going to kill Miami. Miami couldn't hold them. Here's your perfect opportunity to get a chip. We all could be right down the street from me at Scissortail Park enjoying a championship trophy. But instead, Sam Presti and his coach, and don't get it twisted, he's doing exactly what Sam Presti wants him to do. We want to be a team. We don't want to have an individual. First of all, SJ isn't Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook. He's more KD and I just want to hoop. He's not Russell and it's me, ego. He ain't that, but he is a leader. Did you see him jump on J-Will last night when he committed that stupid foul? The hell are you doing? He could have cost us a game. Snatched him out right away. Dude, what you doing, J-Will? All I can say is, like I said, I was afraid of Game 6 because I'm afraid of this coach. And I'm going to give you the simple organization. Here are the keys to win Game 7. If you do this, we will win. If you don't, we're either going to struggle or get beat. But here are the keys to this game. It's not rocket science. It's not hard, but here are the keys. First of all, stop playing J-Dub and SGA the same amount of minutes. That's number one. They're not the same guy. And when your guy's struggling, here's your philosophy with J-Dub. Oh, we have Game 7 to be all right. He's going to learn from this. We're trying to damn win, and you're trying to develop. We're trying to win. You're trying to develop. What does Sam Presti want? A bunch of picks. Why? We want to just stay relevant. Then the Oklahoma City fans will be encouraged, just like everybody else. Oh, we're good. We're going to be there. And every year, you're going to be like Dallas Cowboy fans. All pumped up. By the end of the season, you're deflated. Playoffs come, you're done. You're the number 1 seed 2 years in a row, and you're going to lose to the number 4 seed 2 years in a row because of coaching. And because Game 5 lost last year, Game 1 lost this year, both on the coach. 100%. Game 6 lost there in Dallas. You're challenging a play when the worst thing can happen to us is that they do what? He makes all 3 free throws. They're up 2. We get the ball at half court. One of your strengths is out of bounds plays, and we're down 2, and you can't come up with an out of bounds play to get us a W or tie us in overtime? And before that, Jay Will, why are you not boxing out? J Dub, why are you not boxing out in Game 4 or Game 3? You gave up a rebound to Aaron Gordon on a free throw, standing there. J Dubs, Jay Will, standing there. P.J. Washington went right around him. That's how we got into trouble in the first place. We were up 1. They missed a free throw. P.J. Washington gets the rebound and then hits the 3. Over J Will, because J Will didn't box him out. He just stood there. I'm big. I'm going to get the rebound now, bro. That ain't how it works. You big and you can't jump. Somebody was griping at Cats last night about J Will trying to block shots. What happened to taking charges that you've been doing the first 2 years? Somebody come down the lane, charge our ball. Come down the lane, charge our ball. Now you're trying to block shots and you can't jump. They're going over the top of you, rebounding you. Back to it. Stop playing them the same amount of minutes. In other words, take J-Dub out in the second and fourth quarters like you did in Game 6, Game 4. You took him out for 3 minutes. It made all the difference in the world. Take him out of the game in the fourth quarter, second and fourth quarter. Take him out for 3 minutes. SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, Ihart. Chet, because Chet just gets dominated by Jokic every time. He just pushes him down because he knows he's light in the ass. Number 2, coach, play the correct lineups. Play the correct lineups. Your lineups are so herky-jerky. Why are you taking SJ out in the first quarter all year long, first and third quarter? Now you're changing up lineups in the Game 6, Game 5. What are you doing? You're putting J-Dub up against Jokic and Murray while your best player's on the bench. By the way, you're plus 12 with him in the game, you're minus 10 with him on the bench, and you're playing somebody the same amount of minutes as him, which means that guy's on the court when SJ is on the bench, and you're minus 10, and you're playing this guy even remotely close to him. What are you doing? Those 4 to 5 minutes that you're playing him extra to keep him managing his minutes along with SGA's are costing us. And until that coach figures it out, we are in trouble. Number 3, SGA get going early and often, which means this is what happens. If he starts scoring, our team relaxes. What does this coach do every game? Try to get J-Dub off right off the bat. So SGA's like, all right, try to get off, man. Hurry up at 5-minute mark. Take his ass out the game so SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and whomever can go, or Joe, if you're keeping Wiggins on the bench. So SGA, Joe, Kaysen, Caruso, Ihart, Chet, or J Will, whatever. If Jokic is in the game, J Will, Ihart, no Chet. That's how you do it. But instead, you're putting J-Dub in SGA's role, which is what you want. And he is not a number 1. Any national media says that. Everybody says that, but you, because you're intent on how great a coach you are. Let me explain something, Coach. You can't take a C plus player and turn him into A. You can take a C plus player and turn him into a B, but you're never going to put him in an A. A players are A players. You can take a B plus and turn him into an A plus, but you can't take a C player and turn him into an A. You can't. I don't give a shit how good you think you are. And then understand this is game 7. You can't go by your normal what you do. Analytics bullshit's got to go out the window. I'm playing SGA for 40 whatever minutes he's got to play. We're going through you. We're gonna win or die on you. Put the game on his shoulders. We're gonna win or die based on what you do. And this is my thing with the MVP. And I'm gonna say this. Here's my thing with the MVP. The NBA normally gives out the MVP during the first round or the second round. For sure the second round latest. And this is the second round. But it's always announced on TNT. And somebody was saying last night, they believe that whoever wins this series, SGA or Jokic, will be the MVP. So game 1, if Jokic, well, it won't be, they're the higher seed. Yeah, they're the higher seed. So game 1, when they play the Timberwolves, Jokic will receive the MVP. If the Thunder win, game 1, SGA will receive the MVP. So to me, that's rigged because that means you're saying that depends on who wins this series is the one that wins the MVP instead of the MVP votes already being counted, and in Game 5 was the perfect time to do that. Or tomorrow, but remember, TNT is the one who unveils the MVP. They're not doing it. They're not. We're on ESPN last night. We're on ABC Sunday. So you're trying to tell me you're going to give the MVP to SGA not in front of his fans? That doesn't happen. Which means that Jokic will be the MVP and they'll give it to Jokic. Regardless, whoever wins, to me, if the SGA does not get the MVP tomorrow or on Sunday, what's going to happen? Jokic is going to get it. If the Thunder win on Saturday or on Sunday, SGA will get it in game 1. Whoever wins, I believe the NBA is waiting. Because there's no way you can give it to SGA in front of the home crowd on Sunday, and we lose. But at least he's got it in front of his fans, and there's going to be an asterisk. And I'm like, hell, dude, what the hell I was listening to somebody tell me, I said, or Brian Windhorst. I'm like, bro, to me, there's an asterisk when he should have won it over, when Giannis should have won over him the first time. Let's go back. Number 2, the second one he won, that one should have went to Embiid. This is 3rd year in a row. Y'all don't want to give it to 3 people, give it 3 years in a row, which is why he won it over Giannis. That one should have went to him. Last year, Thunder went on TV. He won that. Okay, him and SJ were there. I believe SJ was a guy like Stephen A. Smith believes, and a lot of other guys believe SJ was a guy last year. But he got hurt, weren't against Boston, didn't play against Indiana, didn't play against Philly. All 4 of those national televised games, I believe he does what he does like he did against the Knicks. He's the MVP last year. And this year, Jokic has been dominant, no question. But I'm sorry, you lead the league in 50, 40, 30, 20-point games. You set the record for the most 20-point games in a row. At 72, tying Kevin Durant. Also the guy that Oklahoma City let go. Let me see. Rogelio. On the third quarter, they missed 10 straight shots, which is why offense is so stagnant. They are not passing the ball and finding the open guy. Chet and Ihart lobs are really good when they pass. Yeah, but the problem is they're not passing the ball correctly. That's the issue with that. You got to give them the ball in the right spots. That's what happened. That's the situation. And that's my frustration with the Thunder organization and what they're doing. It's like, what is the issue here, guys? You have the best player. It's not J-Dub. I know you're developing J-Dub. I know you're a developmental coach. I get that. But this is the perfect year. This is going to be your easiest year opportunity to get a chip. This will be your second year in a row being the number 1 seed, getting beat by the 4th seed because your coach gave away games. He gave away game 5 last year because of what his lineups, and he gave away game 1 this year. The series should be over. But because of him, now that the pressure's on, and you got a guy there's some people, as you know, pressure's on. They can't deal with pressure. Some people are like that. Pressure's on, they fold. They just do. Take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, and planning, hit our guys up. They love to take care of you, especially if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county. These guys are the dudes to make sure you have clean drinking water, because as we always say, who the hell doesn't like clean drinking water? Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit those guys up. They love to take care of you. My guy Jose, he is the man for that. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online. By the way, we were at Cats last night, courtesy of YNB. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. And then YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there on Garth Brooks. Cannot miss it. It's right there in front of the hospital, right off the highway, just south of the highway right there. YNB Peoples, located on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur in Bethany, which is the one I always go to because it's just closer for me, living in Oklahoma City. The House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. And as they always tell me, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best. And I do. And that's some great smelling stuff. If you haven't smelled it, go into the Dillard's in Penn Square. I'm telling you, this stuff really, 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 really smells good. And go in there and tell them that you served this on Matt Clark sent you, and they'll hook you up with a couple different samples, and you'll appreciate it, I promise you. And then, of course, my basketball camp is June 9th and 10th, grades 1st through 8th, Monday and Tuesday, 8 to 12. $160 for 2 days. It's going to be fantastic. And remember, only do what? Only do what? Make sure that your kid is interested in playing basketball. Because if they're not, it's not happening. It's not happening. They'll be gone after. They won't be back on the second day. I can promise you I have multiple people who do that to me all the time. I'm like, try to tell you, no refunds. That's your kid. This is not the Thunder Camp. This is not fun. This is for people who are serious about basketball. Learn how to use your left hand. Learn how to dribble. Learn how to play defense. Learn how to slide your feet. That's what this camp's about. That's what we do. They are not giving the MVP this round. They only do it on TNT, and there are no more games on TNT until Monday. Boston Game 7, if necessary. I know, Rogelio. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If they're not giving out the MVP to SGA or Jokic this round tomorrow to SGA, and the Thunder lose, then how are they going to? You're not giving the MVP to the guy in front of his crowd? That means that Jokic, they'll give it to Jokic. I think it's ridiculous. And I believe what you said, Burgess, this is a failure. But once again, game 1, you gave them game 1. It's a 4-game series. You can't afford to give away game 1, which is what I used to gripe about Russell Westbrook. He'll give away a game. You can't give away games in playoffs. You only got to beat us 4 times. This is the deal. We gave them game 1. Game 3, SGA did not close the deal at all. He was terrible. He didn't close the deal in game 3. That's 2. Game 6, J-Dub nowhere to be found. SGA got in foul trouble. So really, the coach gave him game 1. SGA didn't close the game in game 3, so let's put that on him. And then in game 6, no J-Dub, no Kaysen, not really. No Caruso and SGA, only 2. Chet, I'm gonna give him a B. He played decent, but I haven't noticed Chet. I mean, yeah, he's got some good numbers, but have you really noticed Chet? Have you noticed him in this series? I haven't noticed Chet. Is he playing? What's he doing? Is he out there? I haven't noticed him. And that's sad. I'm like, where's Chet at? I haven't seen Chet. I don't know where the hell Chet's at. I haven't seen him. And it's frustrating to me because this team, in so many ways, because of who we were, and this will be the first team in history of all the top 5 teams that had a 11 plus 12 or 12 plus minus, means you won by more than 12 points in every game during the year, and you lose. So what that tells you is they won in spite of the coach, not because of the coach. That's what that tells you. Because like we said, game 1, 100%. I went over that. Number 1, he did not do what? He did not let the game play out because he doesn't understand. Number 2, he put the ball in the wrong person's hands to shoot free throws again. He did that in game 4 to J-Dub. He did it in game 1 against the Nuggets. We almost lost game 4, and we won, and we lost game 1. And I talked to somebody at Cats after game 4. You know what he said to me? He goes, "I'd have been okay if we'd have lost that game because we'll beat them again." And then I said, "Bro, nothing's guaranteed. Number 1, and number 2. So you're saying you're okay with J-Dub missing free throws because you're building for the future?" Because yeah, like what the hell are you talking about? The hell are you talking about? You want to lose a game because you're worried about the future? What about now? And that's what happened. This series should have been over. You should have won game 4. Definitely won game 2. Game 3, I'm still putting that on SGA, not the coach. I'm putting that, you got to close the door, bro. Game 4, coach did what? Pulled J-Dub out in the fourth quarter. We made a run with Case and Caruso, Wiggins, and Ihart with SGA. Took him out. And when the game gets tough, we start struggling. This is how I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna give y'all a little nugget here. When we're struggling, look and see who he has on the floor: SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and Ihart, or Chet. When we struggle, J-Dub ain't on the floor because he's trying to get things right, which means to me, like I've said, you understand what the hell you're doing, what you're supposed to do. You're just not doing it. Now, is that coming from you or is that coming from Sam Presti? Which coming from one of y'all, and I'm believing this Presti's okay with what's going on, or because that's what we keep doing. And I did not want to follow Stephen A. Smith. I'm not a real big fan of his, but what did he do? He's called this out. And what did he say last night? If the Thunder lose, he's going to put it on Sam Presti. He's been wanting to put it on Sam Presti because he called it. There's no way you can have Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Ibaka in the one round. Then you come back around and you've got SGA, J-Dub, Chet, and now Caruso and Kaysen and Ihart. Let's just start there. And Dort. And you can't win a chip. And with the easiest year, you're going to do it. Toronto took advantage of their opportunity when Kevin Durant got hurt. They took there when Klay Thompson got hurt. They took advantage. Now, I believe had Kevin Durant not got hurt, that Toronto would not have beat Golden State. He's the difference maker. But once he went down, that was it. Jelio, the Nuggets game plan clearly is to make them shoot threes. They were 10 for 40, which is why they fake threes and get easier to. Yeah, we shot 14 straight shots. 14 straight threes last night. No, Commander, we wouldn't have. Randy's always trying to calm me down. I think it's funny. He always sends me this crazy stuff. Here's the Thunder's score last night. We were 11 for 40. By the way, Rogelio, 11 for 40. They were 12 for 32. They shot 46.5%. We shot 46.7. They out-rebounded us by 12. Pips, points in the paint, 46 to 52. Turnovers, 14 to 11. But here's the key, 27 bench points. 27 bench points. But I know last night, I want to say that we took 14 straight threes, I think, at one point. Or we had, was it 14 straight or 13? Something stupid. And I'm agreeing with you. Quit shooting damn threes. But once again, you got to have a coach that understands that. And we don't have that. We don't have a coach who gets it. This is what we've done all year. Look at Boston. That's what they did all year. And what happened? They're getting beat. Teams that shoot threes are the ones that get beat. A lot of threes. You can't shoot a lot of threes. You got to shoot timely threes. But you got to be able to make for sure baskets. Like I told my kids when I was coaching, 2-point baskets win games. 3-point baskets break backs. And what I mean by that, the 3-point shot is meant to close the door to take it like Dort did the other night in Game 5. Those 3 threes he made broke Denver's back, and then SGA closed the door. And I was arguing with somebody about that. He's trying to tell me, SGA shot. I said, bro, once again, you stick to being an attorney. You don't know what the hell you're talking about when it comes to basketball. You need to listen to me even though I'm not going to change your mind. I'm not going to hell with you then. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Number one, and he goes, SGA made those on free throws. I said, bro, Dort hit the third 3. SGA makes the layup, comes down, passes the alley-oop to Ihart, gets an and 1, comes down, gets an and 3, that puts us up 6, makes 2 free throws. Then J-Dub missed the free throw. He went 1 for 2. I said, that's why he goes, I said, check your notes. Oh, that's right. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're an attorney. You're smart. You're smarter than me because you know how to argue. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, sorry about my language. Chet Holmgren, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 6 points, J-Dub, 3 for 16, 0 for 4, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. And he missed on one huge assist, threw it up over Chet. I'm like, what? He just does. He's not a playmaker. You know, just you don't have to just get it up there right above the rim. Nobody's saying you have to throw it up high up in the sky. Just get it up there right there. And he has no left hand, which is sad. Dude, you need a left hand. Talking about J-Dub. Ihart, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. 8 points, 6 rebounds. No assists. Ihart, no assists. SGA, 32 points, 8 for 11 on free throws, which means he was 1 for 3, so he made 7 in a row after that. It was like, what are you doing, man? 1 for 4. Missed 3 free throws. Like, what are you doing? And then he got going after that. But 32 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, no steals, no blocks. 4 fouls. Remember, he got those 4 fouls, never picked up another one. And this is the crazy stat for him. After going 1 for 5, 1 for 6 in his first 6 shots in Game 5, he's now 22 of 33. So now he's rolling, but he ain't got nobody to go with him. Nobody to go with him. And I'm like, how is he a minus 17? He's a minus 8. How are you a minus 8? 11 for 6. 8 for 11 free throws. You shoot well over 50% from the field. Was that 60-something percent from the field? You're 50% from 3. You're 70, 80, 75% from the line. You have 4 fouls. You have 6 assists. And you're minus 8. Lou Dort, minus 18. Nowhere to be found last night. Ihart, minus 17. Jay Will, 8 points, minus 1. Jay Will played pretty good. I'm not going – there's other than the one stupid foul that he did. I don't get it. Caruso, 27 minutes, 10 points. Caruso doing Caruso stuff. That's what he does. But here's what happens. Isaiah Joe, 8 minutes. That's 2 minutes. 8 minutes. He shouldn't have played more than 3. If he's not knocking down threes, he's not. He doesn't do us any good. And what has everybody been doing? What have I been saying for over a year? After the midway season of last year, they've run him off his spots. And he's struggled ever since. His numbers have gone down. Shooting over 50%, his numbers have gone down. They run him off his spot. Aaron Wiggins, 12 minutes. I don't know why he's not playing. 0 for 4 from 3. You got to make free throws. I mean, make his threes. 1 for 6 from the field. All I want him doing is catching and shooting and getting in rhythm. But, once again, he's changed the way everybody plays by changing the lineups, and it gets everybody out of form. It just does. Cason Wallace, 27 minutes, 10 points, 4 for 9, 2 for 5. I think Cason played pretty decent, minus 12. So, the only place we had in plus, Chet was a plus, Isaiah Joe was a plus, Aaron Wiggins was a plus. So everybody who played a lot was a minus. Kaysen minus 12. Uh, Lou Dort minus 18. SGA minus 8. iHeart minus 17. J Will, J Dub minus 8. Chet plus 3. That's a joke. Plus minus. It just cracks me up. It's insane. It's an insane number. To me, plus minus is how many free throws, how many assists you have versus turnovers. To me, that's a plus minus to me. Everything else makes no sense. All the other stuff that they put in there is stupid. Let me see. Rogelio. On one play, Dort gave up a three, got closest to the basket, shot a good two. That was his fadeaway at the free throw line. And I thought they were going to keep doing that, and then they kept shooting the damn threes. They were just shooting threes. They get in the habit of shooting threes. 3 after 3. Remember when we lost to Minnesota, when they came back from 20 down, what happened? 3 after 3. What did we miss? 13, 14 straight threes? Kept shooting them. Now what's happened is Minnesota believes they can beat you. If you go ahead and spank about 20 and you're playing now, they have a different mentality. But they came back from 20. So now they have a different mentality towards you because of coaching. Coaching matters, guys. It just does. But what does it come down to? In Game 7. It's Game 7. The last Game 7 we played was in the bubble. The last Game 7 we played was in the bubble. I think SGA had 19, and that was his rookie year or his second year. You've got to understand, what does that mean? That means it's over. So, coach, you have to be smarter. If he will just do what I'm saying, take J-Dub out the 5-minute mark of the first and third quarters, put SGA in for him at the 6:57, whatever time, 7:11, whatever time that is when the TV timeout comes, and you play SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins. And in the first and third quarter, first quarter, SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Caruso, iHeart, or J Will. And see if Isaiah Joe's making threes. If he is, play him. If he's not, he don't get to see the floor no more. Second quarter, when you pull J-Dub out, SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and iHeart, or J Will, whichever. Because SGA or Chet getting dominated by Jokic. You can't continue to play J-Dub against Murray and Jokic with SGA on the bench. You can't. That's a no-win scenario. You're putting your Robin, or I know he's your best player in your mind, Dagnall. I get that. You believe he's got more upside than SGA. You're high, but you still believe that because you sit there and watch practice and you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. You have no instinct for the game, so that's why you do that. But you're playing their two best players against our non-best player, even though he's the best player in your mind. SJ's on the bench. What you should be doing is J-Dub should be on the bench. SGA should be in the game with Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and either iHeart or J Will. Now, if Jokic is on the floor, I mean, you got to play somebody else. Then you can play SGA, Caruso, Wiggins, Chet, and iHeart. That works as well. But the bottom line is this. You have to put J-Dub on the bench in the fourth quarter. If you do not do that, the chances of us winning go down. All I ask you is sit him 3 to 4 minutes. That's all I ask you to do in the middle of the quarter. That's all I'm asking to do. From the 7, when you put SJ in there, from that point to that point, that's all I'm asking you to do. That's all I'm asking you to do. But you can't go Game 7 and change lineups. Burgess, Game 7 is good for experience, but looking at the bigger picture, I do feel Denver will prevail. We shall see, though. They could, Bert. They could. Let me see, Rogelio. All they have to do is fake the 3, get close to the basket, draw Jokic out, and either a good 2 or a lob to Chet. Well, the whole thing is nobody's afraid of Jokic blocking a shot. Nobody's really afraid of that. I'm not afraid of him. I'm going taking his ass to bat. I ain't afraid of him blocking my shot. I ain't afraid of him blocking my shot now. And I'm old as I am. I ain't afraid of him blocking my shot now. I ain't worried about him. But that's the thing that Oklahoma City has to get. And if this coach doesn't do those things, we're not going to win. We're not going to get the dub. That's how it works. My frustration level is through the roof, but I do believe we're going to be okay. I do believe we're going to be okay. But the role players have to do what? Joe has to knock down shots. Caruso has, Kaysen and Wiggins. But the big three, as I've said before, if Isaiah Joe and Dort and Wiggins are knocking down threes, nobody's going to beat us. I don't care who it is. If Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and Dort are knocking down threes. Now, the other problem with Burgess is what you're saying is I feel you where I'm afraid too. They have 2 days of rest. Aaron Gordon pulled his hamstring slightly, which meant if we played Saturday instead of Sunday, that's one less day of rest for him to get rehab. But usually, if you tuck on that thing, it's tough. I've had hamstrings. If you're a player, you've had some sort of hamstring before. But all that being said, Jokic is going to come at us. Murray averages 30 whatever something points a game in game sevens. So those two are going to be on. And Gordon, depending on what he does, depends on what he does. And I thought it was, and then Michael Porter showed up last night. He hadn't been there all series. He showed up at home last night. Swather showed up and did what he did last night. All the role players showed up for them in game 6. Now, the question is, are our role players in game 7 going to show up? Is J-Dub going to show up? Is Kaysen going to show up? Is Caruso going to show up? Is Chet going to show up? Is Ihart going to show up? Is Wiggins going to show up? Is J. Will going to show up? Because I told you, SGA is getting in form now. Okay? He's getting in form. 22 of his last 33. So he's starting to get that feeling. I told you, the more he plays, the better he's going to start doing. I said that after in the game 4. I said, you watch this, guys. I want us to keep playing because he's just going to get better and better. And that's what's happening. But I believe if he doesn't get the 4 fouls and he doesn't miss those minutes, I think it makes a difference. We're up 12, he gets hurt, and I think we're up 9 when he gets his 4th foul. If he stays in the game, we're going to score. He's just going to take it over. But this is my thing, Dagnaut and Sam Presti and the rest of you Thunder people listening to the game, listening to this show. I'm giving you some advice. And if you take it, we're going to win easily. If you don't, we're going to struggle. You have to sit J-Dub in the second and fourth quarters for 3 to 4 minutes. You have to. Number 2, we're not building for the future. Here's the perfect opportunity to you to win the chip. I believe we could beat Boston and we could beat Cleveland. But we definitely can beat the Knicks and we definitely can beat Indiana. But here's the thing. Finch will hopefully won't outcoach him, but he knows Dagnaut's weaknesses, and he will play against it. That's the problem with getting out of the West. These coaches know his tendencies. They will outcoach him. Finch will outcoach him because he understands what Dagnaut's problem is. It's like Denver. They understand what his problem is. And he can't get out of his own damn way because he doesn't know how, because he doesn't know how to read the room. He's not instinctual at all. He has no feel for the game at all, but he's magnificent at out-of-bounds plays, and he's magnificent at developing talent. So if you wanted him to keep developing us, yes, that's what will happen. Let me see. I really, SGA comes out with Jordan mind in Game 7. I hope so. And just take over, maybe drop 40, play more Wallace, Caruso, Wiggins. Please, yes, I do. Dub, don't shoot so much. Well, my deal is this. If J-Dub comes, he's going to do his thing. But it's when you play him. And you can't get caught up in the fact that I'm developing him. Dude, we're trying to win. We're trying to win. You can't keep Denver. You can't give them hope. You got to hit them in the mouth. SJ's got to come out. To hell with what Dagnall says. Come out and bust their ass right away and start playing. Because if SJ starts playing and is scoring right away, our team will go, take a deep breath, and then all of a sudden, you'll see J-Dub play better. You'll see Chet play better. You'll see Kaysen play better. You'll see Caruso play better. You'll see Wiggins play better. You'll see all these guys play better because they see the big fellas got it. And I agree with you. He hasn't come out with Jordan mentality like, the hell with you, I'm going to win this game. And Dagnall can't pull him out because he's in some sort of strategy. Play SJ the whole first quarter. Play SJ the whole third quarter. Second quarter and fourth quarter. If there's in the fourth quarter, if there's a little run, if 9 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever the hell that is, you bring him in then. Take J-Dub out for 2 to 3 minutes. That's all. 3 to 4 minutes, sorry. That's it. That's all I'm asking. 3 to 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. 3 to 4 minutes second quarter. That's all I'm asking. Take him out in the first and third quarter with 5 minutes, 4 minutes to go. Take him out. If you do these things, if you sit him those, 16 minutes? Which puts him at 32, 33 minutes. We win. We beat them in game 4 with him playing 33 minutes. We win. That's what he needs to be playing, 30, not 38, 39. No, take him out. Let everybody else come in. We'll be fine. But he's developing J-Dub. And I like J-Dub. I do. But I'm trying to win a chip. And I don't think he is. So this is the thing. So when was it? Sunday night, we'll be doing the live stream after the game. So let me see. That'll be probably about games at 2:30. So that will be at, let me see, what time is that? 3:30, 4:30. Is that right? Let me see, that's 3:30. Excuse me, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. So the game will be over with by 5:15-ish. So we'll come on around 6. We should be on, because by the time I get all the notes and do everything, it'll be about 6:15. So either I'm going to be really happy or really sad. And then Monday, we will do this show on Monday, and we'll let you know what the situation was. So keep your head up. Let's do this. Go out and enjoy the weekend. And remember, thunder up.